Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ruth, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the history of television. The invention of the television cannot be attributed to just one man. Television was created by several discoverers and science that without one, the components of television cannot possibly be made. It was only until in the late 1800s that television come into form. Immediately after the television was introduced to the public, its availability was determined by the price it cost. Of course, only those with money at that time can afford to purchase one, but as the industry grew and the demand for television has gradually increased, it has become an affordable piece of equipment for people to enjoy. The television as we see it and know it today was not always this way. Let's take a brief look at the history of television and how it came into being. In the late 1800s, Paul Gottlieb Nipkow, a student in Germany, developed the first ever mechanical model of television. He succeeded in sending images through wires with the help of rotating metal disc. This technology was called the electric telescope that had 18 lines of resolution. Around 1907, two separate inventors, A. Campbell Swinton from England and Russian scientist Boris Rosin, used the cathode ray tube in addition to the mechanical scanner system to create a new television system. From the experiments of Nipkow and Rosin, two types of television systems come into existence: mechanical and electronic television. In 1923, an American inventor called Charles Jenkins used the disc idea of Nipkow to invent the first ever practical mechanical television system. By 1931, his radiovisor model 100 was being sold in a complete kit as a mechanical television. 1934, all television systems have converted into the electronic system, which is what is being used even today. The experiments of Swinton in 1907 with the cathode ray tube for electronic television held great potential but were not converted into reality. Finally, in 1927, Philo Taylor was able to invent a working model of electronic television that was based on Swinton's ideas. His experiment had a start when he was just a little boy of 14 years old. By the time he became 21, Philo had created the first electronic television system, which did away with the rotating disc and other mechanical aspects of mechanical television. All the early television systems were black and white, with color television being invented much later on. Thanks to the people behind the invention of television, this appliance has become a basic commodity in every household, even in every room perhaps. Television shows tend to change rapidly from generation to generation, and some topics might get lost in translation to younger audiences. Therefore, people in these days are more interested and spend their days watching television, either for watching their favorite shows, sports, or news around the world. Television is very important in the life of a person because it informs people about what happened around the world, educates people, and keeps people relaxed. There are many ways that television keeps people updated with what is happening with the world. For viewers in America, turning on the television might be the only way that they can keep up with international events. Major natural disasters, for example, typically receive quite a bit of coverage. Television is an important educational tool for individuals of all ages. Older folks, for example, will likely be taken in by the commentaries on various cable channels. We have channels like Discovery Channel where are very educational for all people in all different ages. Some programs can also be crucial to the development of toddlers who are still in their formative years. There are many excellent programs, in fact, that satisfy to the wants and needs of kids. In some cases, young children might even be able to begin learning the letters and numbers before they go to nursery school. Television is also wonderful for realization in a world where individuals are required to work constantly. Even in sitcoms are always good for a few laughs. In fact, some families have particular shows that they watch together each week at the same time. In the end, television is important because it provides people with news, entertainment, and comedy. Television should always be capable of finding interesting programs to watch. I'm going to show you how television has changed through the years. There's some very interesting pictures that you might want to see it. And we have it since the beginning in the 1930s to the 2010. We have very interesting pictures that I don't think anybody knew about it because we are on our 30s and we don't know how it was before, but I can show you how it was in the past.